We're in the Fairberry garage, about to do a radio show. They're not talking to me.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the 35th edition of the Prairie Dirt Classic right here at Fairberry Speedway. Sultry Saturday morning, but we're having some fun as we get all kinds of activities planned here this afternoon. Jonathan Clayton, now to my left, all the way from Success, Mississippi, national point leader Chase Holland. Chase, thanks for being here. Is this your first PDC? Second.
This is my third one.
Third PDC, okay. So third PDC, but I tell you what, you're coming in riding a pretty good wave. You've been racing. When did before we talk about maybe how you started racing, but you've been racing pretty much all year long. You got to be one of the drivers that probably has the most nights in. Have any idea what night this would be or this weekend already?
I think we're pushing 60 right now,
wow.
Lower 60 numbers. It's been a lot, but a lot of people have told us the only way to get better is to race as much as possible, and there's some truth to that for sure.
When did your career get started? Success, Mississippi is where you're from. How did it get started? Did you have anybody that maybe influenced you when you first got started?
No doubt. So my grandpa raced, and then my dad raced for a little while, and then my dad got into building street stock cars for some buddies and some of my family. So I ultimately grew up in it, and it was only a matter of time before we were going to get started into it. And we had a local kart track, and we went out there and brought a go-kart home with us, literally the same night or maybe the second night of going out there. So and we were hooked from there.
So you started out in kart racing. How did that go, and then what did you transition to after that?
So I ran karts for 3 or 4 years, maybe a little longer than that. And then we went to asphalt racing. I ran bandoleros, those little half-scale stock car deals.
For sure.
And that was a lot of fun, but it wasn't for us. It was too clean, and you couldn't touch people, so it wasn't a contact sport.
Yeah, I was gonna say not hands-on, right?
So we got away from the asphalt side of stuff, kind of took a break, and then my dad figured it was time for us to get a big car, and we got a modified, and we started racing around home, and then here we are.
What year would that have been when you first got that modified?
I was 14, so
how old are you now? I was just gonna say
21. So 7 years ago, roughly 6-7 years ago. Yeah. What would that have been? 2018, 2017, 2018,
right around there. Yeah.
So, yeah, in that area, and we raced just a little bit, and what I'll tell you about it is, like, I learned a lot, and there were a lot of people that influenced my career around home, but as we branched off into it further and further, we realized, like, racing's up here. This is where we need to be in order to learn how to really race.
Right.
I guess that's definitely one question. Like, obviously, you grew up and down where you live now sometimes. Racing like a Hattiesburg, racing a Wynot, racing maybe a Pike County. Like, how is that different than racing up here in the Midwest at your Farmer Cities, your Fairberries, your Spoon Rivers?
It's really tough, and I'm not at all taking shots at my local racetracks when I say this, but a lot of the time it's a lot more one groove, so it's pretty obvious, like, hey, I need to be in the bottom, or hey, it's right through the middle, like, stay right there, and it's over with. And you get up here, and it's like you've got that mentality of, like, well, it feels good right here, so I'm going to stay right here, and then you've got 3 or 4 guys that just zip around you, so it really teaches you to search. Like, that's the biggest difference between the two places is, like, I've had to learn to kind of search across the racetrack and try to watch what the track's doing while in the race car as opposed to just staying in one place while I'm down there.
What are some of the tracks that you've been to the last couple of years outside of Fairberry? I know you guys have been to a ton of them. Merchandise is a big deal. We'll talk about that at the end and some of the stuff you guys have for sale. But what are some of the places that stick in your mind that maybe jump out at you? And I'm not saying our track. I hope our track is one of them, and if it is, great. If it's not, but what is another place that may have jumped out at you or kind of caught you by surprise? Like, dang, we need to come back here.
Well, and that's the thing. Like I said that about my local tracks, but like why not Motorsports Park and then the Magnolia Motor Speedway? Like those two places are really really cool, and they are multiple grooves, so that's pretty neat, and they've got a top around them, so I really like that. And then as far as like traveling wise, when we ran the USMTS stuff for a brief moment, I really liked Arklatex, like going over into Louisiana and stuff like that. Rocket over in that area was really neat, and then like Humboldt, Kansas. There were several. Like it's hard to really have a favorite because there's been so many really good racetracks and really good management across it. So
absolutely. What is something here when you guys come here? I know you've been here several times this year, but something that you like and enjoy about when you come here to the Fairberry Speedway that you guys enjoy the most, because you guys bring a lot. It's not just yourself. It's you've got your dad. I mean, who all comes with you?
My whole family. Yeah. So I've got two other sisters, and then I've got my mom and my dad. They travel with me, and then depending on what time of the year it is, I always have Mikey with me, and then I've got my Uncle Rocky that'll travel with us as well. So we bring a crowd with us. But, man, the biggest thing about, like, Fairberry specifically is the atmosphere. And I thought it was just a PDC early on when we came, and then we started coming to some of the weekly shows and then some of the Mars events, and it's just, like, period. The atmosphere, the people here, like, and I think it's so neat that it's in the middle of town. Like, you can drive to the Casey's and on a golf cart, full wheel or whatever, and then you can come back and enjoy some really good racing. Like, that right there is just something that we don't have at home that's really neat.
Yeah. You got anything, Jonathan?
Well, I heard indirectly, maybe this is wrong, maybe this is right, but I heard that your goal for the year was to get 100 nights of racing in. I feel like if you're already in the mid-60s there, I feel like you get there.
Man, I hope so. Yeah, that's definitely the goal. We shot for that last year, and we hit 100 events, but I think we were around 70 actual features that we ran. So, this year I hope to run 100 features is the goal. And, yeah, like, it's demanding. It's hard on equipment. Like, cars really feel it after 100 nights. But, man, you like I said, the experience and things that we gain from that is just – it's priceless in the end of it.
Name a couple of things that have been the most rewarding to you guys since you started doing this and since you started really traveling. What's the most rewarding thing for you and your family and your team?
Man, I think it's the people that we've met along the way. Like, we meet these people throughout the times, and it's like we'll meet them 2 or 3 years ago, and I recognize them right off. I may not know their name, but I recognize them, and they come up and they're like, "Man, we were with you at so-and-so, and you've done this, and we watched you do that," and I forgot. Like, we've raced so much that I'm like, I don't even remember that. But it's just awesome that the fan base and the family that we've created, out on the road. That's just huge. That
is awesome. That's as we go out, it was a very good question that Jonathan asked, trying to hit 100 nights. Is it almost unbelievable to you that Brian Clausen was going to try to go for 200? Because you're a guy that's going to go to 100. I feel like a Dennis Erb maybe has done 100, or a couple of guys, several guys that have done 100. But can you imagine? Can you even fathom a 200 event?
I don't know if there's that much racing out in the country. Maybe in sprint cars and
different disciplines.
Yeah, maybe if you split between the USRA type and UMP type and IMCA type. That's about the only way.
Yeah, that's impressive for sure. It's got to be exhausting. He's got a good crew. Would have had.
I'm sure he's got a couple of different teams there, but man, I tell you what, you got a little bit more racing to do here. But I would assume a national point leader maybe has.
He's got to be there in the running somewhere.
Yeah, I would say so. Hopefully you have that back to fall on. But you were running that top side last night. You made it work. You and Mike Harrison. I mean, anytime you mention that other name, Mike Harrison, with a self like I think Harrison charged from 13th to 2nd, and you were ripping the lip there, putting on a show, trying to sell some T-shirts. Had to be fun last night.
It was. It's always fun to run the Fairberry cushion. Like, you never know what you're going to get with it. Like, it's always good, but like sometimes you have to be super disciplined, and then there's other times that like you can just hammer it.
Yeah.
And like last night, for example, it was pretty comfortable to run, and I got comfortable there, and I'm in a transfer spot, and I glance down over my shoulder as I'm going in the corner, and there's a 24 car, and I'm like, great. So then he threw a slider, and I didn't have anything to combat it, so. Yeah. we just weren't any good last night.
Yeah.
But
Well, hopefully tonight's a better night. And is there anybody you'd like to thank? I mean, I don't want to run you out of here before you get going, and I'm sure.
Yeah, for sure.
I got some tuning to do.
We do, but I'd like to thank the good Lord first and foremost, and then
Amen.
my family, my siblings. They're awesome, and then my mom and dad for everything they do for us, and then Mikey, he works really hard. My uncle Rocky, Blaze and Lindsay Burwell for letting us stay at their shop in Illinois. They've done a lot for us, and we can't thank them enough. And then you guys, like, y'all put on an awesome event, an awesome deal, and then the Mars series, like. As much traveling as we've been doing, like, I've really realized, like, how much y'all do for us as the racers, and we appreciate that. So,
well, Jonathan would probably say the same thing. We are just a minuscule part of what goes on here. We're glad to be a part of it, don't get me wrong, but we're just a small part of something larger that includes the drivers, the fans, us people that help put on the show. You know, there's the crews, the moms, the grandmas, the dads. I mean,
it takes the whole package to have what we have, whether
Yeah,
it's here, whether it's Mars, or whether it's any of it. You got to have the racetracks, you got to have the drivers, and you got to have the fans. So.
Yeah, guys out there prepping the track, man. It is so cool to see you going up and down the road. I love your dog, too. Give your dog a shout. What's the dog's name?
Honey.
Yeah, I love that. One of the best dogs in the pit area. Come down and see Chase Holland. I always get that wrong, too. I always said Holland.
Your pronunciations, it's like you know, but your pronunciation's just.
We got to work on it, Casey.
It's all good. It doesn't bother me.
I know it doesn't. I know.
Yeah, it does Facebook, though.
But I still say my profile picture is always going to be with Chase no matter what. That was the one time I didn't break the camera. I didn't look like a freaking buffoon was when I was interviewing you. So, man, I really, really appreciate you coming on. I think it's so cool how many nights you want to get out and grind. There's no way else to get better, right?
For sure. Thank you guys for having us.
Well,
thanks for being on.
Keep running well. We got
Run the battery down.
Yeah, no doubt. Just video and air.
I'm not videoing air, I'm videoing the Chase Holland of Chase Holland Racing. Alright, I doubt they videoed today because this was in the toter. What day is it?
The final day.
Where are we starting?
4th and the first B main.
How many are they taking?
2.
Correct.
I think we could sell our position.
Right.
Yeah.
People are desperate to get in,
Yeah.
so interesting.
We shall see. Night 2. Just saw Miss Tina again. Dad's back there acting like a trailer hitch, holding the merch cart.
Record-breaking sales at the PDC.
Woo!
Thank you to everyone who bought merch. That's gonna get tires for Chase for the next couple of weeks.
That is it's insane here. I love it so much.
Oh, and thank you to the new sponsors.
Just
2 new sponsors.
it's just every time you think, oh, we need to dial it back, we need to calm
Shut YouTube
down.
down.
It's not doing it. Just blessings upon blessing. Like, we were sitting eating Mexican and we got up to pay and they were like, table 2 paid for your meal, and it's just like, what? It's just it's
Crazy town.
little Chase.
It's not Chase, it's God.
Yeah.
Direct your attention to the scoreboard area, turns 1 and 2. It's the UA60 Blackhawks!
Real sick group, you know. you don't want to interview me. I'm happy, no doubt, but I'm not sure what's
It
happening.
sounds like Rocky.
I don't
and
know
that
what
one
we're doing.
TikTok. Well,
All right. How can we help?
I don't know. I don't know what we're doing. Are we
We're gonna.
fixing it?
what's the plan? We're racing. Crap.
We're good. I need this drill. Mama squirrel.
I mean, 716.
We need an interview.
Oh my! For what? What kind of interview?
You're a pit crew now.
No.
What are you working
not
on
pit crew.
exactly?
Everybody loves it.
You know, I just said earlier that we've had to touch Chase's car after every race, and here they are, touching it a lot. So, did you say you dropped the washer?
Oh, I got it.
Okay, he's got it. I just stand around and act like I'm doing something, but a lot of time I don't.
This is Aunt Lindsay and Uncle Blaze. Turn the camera.
Series of unfortunate events keep happening at Old Fairberry Speedway. Well, she was pretty.
Now she ain't.
Now she's not as pretty.
If you get it where it
Reminds me of the dome car, all these different color sheet metals.
Yeah, but you got to realize we've modified that under bumper like 10 times. So if we need to take the bolt out of it, and we need to set this where it goes, and then we can bring that bumper to wherever it needs to.
You're gonna have to chop that even further to get this to work. Does that make sense? Straight, put yours where it belongs.
Mine's there. Mine's there.
See what I'm talking about? When you pull that down or push that down onto that,
It's hanging out over here.
I know. How are you gonna fix
like
it?
that side.
Yeah.
I need that stuff.
All right. So let down on there. Get this centered up. Might lean off of that. We could get a bumper on there. Won't we draw a line and cut that? Yes.
Put some duct tape on it, like my good.
And then everything.
Not that
Era.
serious.
It's
like,
all about the era.
duct tape. Just seal it down, you know.
No, I'm saying that right
Screw
there.
in it to hold it on, so duct tape ain't gonna do it.
I think it would.
I think the-
Nana said it would. I
The
trust
left side's
Nana.
going back on.
Nana said just stick some duct tape on it and zip ties. That's what Nana said.
Do you own anything straight anymore?
I ain't had it since January.
Mike, close it out for me, buddy.
I'll say, been in some bad situations.
This is probably one
This
of the
ain't even
worst.
close.
I just need a closing to this video.
We headed out. Big surprise coming in the next one.
Oh,
I'm so pumped for what's
huge
coming
surprise.
next.
Whatever you're thinking, 180.
180. It's gonna shock all of y'all.
Yeah.
I'm
So-
excited to show Patreon. Really.
I'm with you on that. So talk to me. What has happened and what are we doing?
What do you mean?
Well, we were fixing to.
Yeah, we were buttoning up, and then I don't know when to quit. I thought I did, but we were getting her back together to go run an A main, and it rained out. Or it didn't rain out, but it rained so bad that we're buttoning up. Probably.
You think somebody's out there doing slip and slide or something?
Probably.
That'd be awesome. But yeah, so we're loading up, and we're fixing to head to Blazes, and get ready to go to our surprise place. to pick up our surprise thing.